This is Soulspire and welcome to my first video, Realm of the Mad God. I thought I'd start out with the basics. People have a lot of videos out there on how to play just for playing, some of them anyway. No one seems to get down and dirty with some of the settings that you need to do. So this is what this introduction is going to be about. I'm going to start off like everyone else does with Wizard. When you first start out with the game, that is your first choice. And so I'm going to go ahead and click the first choice. Another thing that happens is you hear music in the background when you fire. You get that wonderful bird chirping noise, which I'm not a fan of. And I will teach you how to change that. This is the Nexus. Hopefully you've already done the tutorials. You have the main one where you fight all the evil chickens. The second one is the pretend Nexus, or the pre-Nexus, before the real Nexus. As you can see, the first top right hand side, you can use your scroll mouse to zoom in and out. Up here, you can also click the little arrows and it will zoom in and out of the map. Now this map only exposes itself as you explore territory. So as I go down through the Nexus, you'll see the map starting to expand a little bit. I'll go into one of the wings, and you can see a little bit of the Nexus up there now. The little blue arrow tells you that that's where I am, or in your case, that's where you are. This is the right wing of Nexus. Something new here is the podium to build. Here you can either create a build, which I've already done, or you can renounce the guild. And changing guilds is something that happens very often. You get bored of the guild that you're in, you want to try another one, you go and renounce it, and you ask for an invite, and someone will invite you to their guild, hopefully. So let's see here, down in the lower right hand corner, this here is your vault. You click on enter, and this shows you how many chests you actually have unlocked or opened that you paid for. You get one free. The rest does cost money. That money goes to the developers, and that helps them make the game better for you and come up with better options. This vault actually is a lot bigger than it used to be. And usually if you hover over a particular chest, it opens up to some items that you might have in it. I have some basic items, and what would normally be the first chest when you start out in the game is the center one here that I'm standing in front of. And I just have two basic weapons here. These are wands. And those are perfect for people just starting out, maybe level 15 or higher. If you lose them, nobody cares. They're easy to find. They're all over the Godlands pretty much. And that's why I have them. Over here is the guild. I won't go in there for right now, but that's the entrance to going into your guild or a guild that you've joined. This portal brings us back to the Nexus. Now, regarding that nasty noise. The music is nice. After a while, you're used to it. It's the same tones over and over again. Some people keep it on. I prefer to turn it off. Also that bird chirping noise. Every time I click the button, it makes a nice little chirp, chirp, chirp. I don't like that either. We're going to get rid of it. Up here, to the right of your name, in this case is Soulspire. Underneath the map is a wrench. That's your options. Click on that, and here you have controls. Of course, that has all to do with your movement and coming and going, whatnot. Hotkeys. Important. 1 through 8, you can actually assign pots to them, like health pots and mana perhaps. And if you need something, just hit a hotkey, number 7, number 5, and you'll instantly drink that potion immediately, saving your life in some cases. You can zoom in and out of your map either using the scroll button or these manual keys. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and change one, zoom in. I'm going to hit the plus key on my numpad and minus P on my numpad. That zooms in and out. Escape to Nexus. I prefer to use the letter R because it's right there with my WASD key, and it's a small reach to get out when I really need to get. Chat. I reverse these. To activate chat, I like to use the /, and to start my chat, I'll hit enter. Begin tell, that's tab, I leave that alone. And G for begin guild chat, I leave that alone as well. Offensive language, I want to see everything that everyone is saying, good or bad. So I'll turn that filter off. Graphics. A friend had showed me that there are two ways you can view the graphics. Either 45-degree angle, which is the default, and if you're new at the game and you want to try something different immediately that everyone else is doing, go ahead and set it to 0. If you don't like it, try to 45 degrees. If you're used to using this angle, try 0. It does take a little getting used to no matter how you start out, because the gameplay is a little bit different with the controls, but they're definitely a different perspective when you're playing. If you play better, that's up to you. I found that I don't necessarily play any better. In fact, in the straight view, I tend to get hung up on boulders and trees and stuff like that, where at an angle, my character just glides around them. Center on player, some people like to be able to see more in front of them, so they'll change that. I like to leave mine right on center. Tooltips off. I know the game, I don't need to be told about how to do the game. Invite panel. I'm already in a guild that I've created, so I don't need to be invited to other people's guilds. Show trade requests. People sometimes will spam you with lots of trade requests. I personally don't like that. I'll see it in the chat. I don't need a big thing popping up on the right saying click here to trade. If I want to trade, I'll trade. If they want to trade with me, I'll see it and I'll trade with them. Show quest portraits. I don't necessarily need a giant window saying here's a quest. I'll see a little one come up, I'll hover my mouse over it, and then I'll know it's a quest, and if I'm interested, I'll go to it. Yay! My favorite part, sound. First thing I'm going to do is turn off my weapon sound. Now you won't get that little chirping noise that you normally get when you're playing. I do like to play my sound effects. I want to hear if someone by me dies, or a god dies, or a bag drops, which is very important because sometimes you don't see it, but you'll hear it. So you might want to leave that on. But the music, it's gone. See, isn't that nice? And now that we're done here, if by the way you've clicked anything through any of these and you weren't sure what you clicked and you made a mistake, go ahead and click down here, reset to defaults. But we'll just continue. And now you can see the perspective is a little bit different. It's no longer diagonal, but it's straight up, down, left, and right. The first thing you enter when you go from the beginning where you spawn is you'll see a statue here to the right. The gray statue allows you to leave, change servers perhaps, change characters if you have more than one character slot, and then all the way to left, this is where you register your name. The first time you register is completely 100% free. You choose a name that's unique, one that you think you like, and you stick with it. There is an option, like I have here, if you want to change your name, it actually costs $10 US. That's 1,000 gold coins. And of course it's a little cheaper depending on how many gold coins you buy down the road, if you can afford to do that. And we go up through the Nexus. We have dies on the left and right of these stores. Here are dies for part of my costume. As you can see, it's turning them. If I hover on yellow, the lower part of me is yellow. Polka dotted blue here, the lower part of me is blue with white dots. If I go on the other side, it changes the other part of my costume. And it's different per character. You have your accessory dies. In this case, my head is what I'm wearing is an accessory, and then your body dye. And then we'll hover the red. And you can see how it just changes as you test them. Next, we have Drake eggs, which are always available in keys. and tinctures. Keys. While you're playing the game, dungeons will open automatically for you. Sometimes people would want to open their own, and you can do that. If you spend money and buy some gold coins, you can buy keys. This is a sprite world, for example. It costs 130 gold coins. Prices sometimes go up, sometimes they go down. And this here allows you to buy coins as well. And to the right of the store, we have Elixir of Health. You can buy those for gold coins, and these have like little numbers by them. If you see down in the lower right hand corner, this is a 7. 7 says or means you can use this 7 times before it's emptied. This one is 5. And this one is 3. These are pets. Not too long ago, people came up with the idea, can we have a pet? And the developers listened to the viewers and says, okay, we'll allow you to have pets. So they created pets. They update periodically. In this case, we have a sheepdog, a black wolf, and a tan cat. They have birds, they have pandas, they have snails, they have frogs, etc. They have all kinds of pets, and they rotate out randomly. And the most important part of the whole game that most people save for is this amulet. It's an awesome piece of item that you'll ever carry. What it does is it will, in the event that you have a really well built character and unfortunately you die, which by the way is very common that you do die in this game if you don't know already, this will resurrect your character, because dying in this game is permadeath. Everything you're carrying, all your stats, are gone. With this amulet, however, like magic, poof, one time use only, you resurrect your character. It comes down to how important it is for you to level up and having to replenish everything that you've worked so hard for. Whether it be your robe, weapons, special ability items, etc. And from here on, we have these fountains. These fountains are fountains of healing. You're out in the Godlands, you're fighting, oh my god, you're flashing, Nexus using your hotkey, in my case the R, run to a fountain, and it starts to revitalize your energy and brings your health back up to 100%. These are the realms. These are where you go to actually play the game. And it doesn't matter which one you go into, it tells you, like this one here is Ogre. 66 out of 85 people are in there playing right now. This one's Cyclops. 73 out of 85 people are playing. And down here we have Degen. 41 out of 85 people are playing. And some people like busy realms. Some people like really quiet realms. It depends on your level and what it is that you're trying to do. In this case, I'll just pick one. We'll just go into Ogre. Enter. Here we are. When you're first starting out, the best thing you can do simply is wander around and kill the basic little itty bitty gods. This is the beach. It's where you start. It's the safest place you can be. You can still die, being you have no armor to start, a really wimpy weapon, and your ability item, it's something. And what you do using your map in the upper right hand corner is just wander up and down, left and right. You can zoom in and out of your map using the scroll mouse button again, or click these little arrows. Or I set up my numpad so I can use that as well. I'll zoom out a little bit. That map is quite large. If you zoom all the way out, you can see the yellow dots are actual players somewhere on that map. If you click on that area, you can actually teleport directly to that area, but you want to be careful. The further to the center you go, the more dangerous it gets. And you wander around, you kill things, and you eventually work your way in, and that's how you play the game. And soon I'll have more videos in hopes that will help you on future quests. Thank you for watching. Till next is back. Take care.